So, good evening and welcome to this special charity event for hashtag raceforjordan, whereby the WSRC guys are raising money for the for the Teenage Cancer Care Ward at the Health Hospital in Cardiff, where one of the competitors, let's see if we can find him. There he is. That's Dan Lewis, whose nephew is there at the moment. However, not a lot of entertainment in the ward, so this sim group have decided to put on some charity events to try and raise money to get some entertainment for the ward, which is a fantastic cause. If you want to donate, can donate. There is a link in the description of the live stream. Please do. Every donation is much appreciated by the guys here. And don't know who's watching, but you can comment on the stream during the night. It'd be brilliant to hear everyone's thoughts and comments on the racing. But a big shout out to Jordan, who unfortunately, did get told of his leukemia, which is, we all hope you get better very, very soon. Wish you all a speedy recovery from it. Horrible, horrible thing to happen to a teenager, that. But here is the racing. We currently have 12 drivers here. We're at Brands Hatch GP for the first round, each round consisting of a 20-minute qualifying and a short race to follow. And we currently have Manx, who's on pole at the moment with a 129.480. WT Welsh M Sport. Currently second in his Pirelli BMW with a 130.225. J.D. Cox is third with a 130.5. Pointy 74 currently fourth with a 130.5. A 130.7 for Frankie Dibb. WRX STI currently in sixth place with a 132.5. We also have Roy G in 8th place with a 39.6, and the others are Taff Ben, Go Keith, Jimbo Akimbo, and SR Racing, who are yet to set a time as we say that. Go Keith sets a 141.5. Good evening, Jez. Nice to see you, mate. If you do join, do put on a comment. It'd be nice to see who's around, who's watching tonight, to support this brilliant cause by the weekly Sim Racing Championship group. As we watch Go Keith going through 30s. There is Welsh M Sport just behind in his Pirelli BMW. Into Hawthorns. There's a WRX STI in his McGann. Don't think, if I scroll through, we've only literally, the touring car category in this game, I think needs a bit of nerfing, personally. Oh, we do have a Mercedes in the grid. That's good to see. Yeah, one Mercedes. It's mostly BMWs and Megans in the grid tonight. There's J.D. Cox there, a little bit on the lag side, going into Hawthorns. Right now, everyone has set a time. Now, you'll have to bear with me with the names, because obviously, as most of these guys race with the WSRC, as you can see on the left-hand side. Most of them have WSR at the start of the name. And that is Taff Ben going round, Welsh M Sport. A little assistance there. The 12 drivers at the moment. There's SR Racing about to go back out. And we watch Rick DJ82 go through Sterling and down towards Clearways for his current lap. Fantastic stuff through there. Up into Druids, and he's locked up on the way in. Remember, they're running realistic driving aids. So no ABS, no nothing on this car. There's Frankie Dip coming back out. Currently Manx is quite comfortable in the lead there with 0.6 of a gap. Taff Ben now in second place. 629 behind. Hello, Jazz. Welsh M Sport currently in third place right now in that BMW. Down towards Clearways for his current attempt. All a little bit sideways, almost losing the rear end. Luckily got it all back in check though. So someone disconnect, I think that's Jay Didcox. Stays in third place, does Welsh M Sport. There's Pointy. 74, coming across the line, he's currently fourth. Here's Go Keefe. Don't worry, Jez, I've got the messages on my phone because the PlayStation isn't playing ball. I was hoping it would, but it's not, mate. So I've got the stream up on my phone pretty much to keep up with any messages you guys send in. Very, very good cause here to get that entertainment stuff into that teenage cancer care ward. Actually, as you can all imagine, having that sort of news at any time in your life is not good, but as a teenager it is horrifying to imagine it. Oh, and that's who is that in the red mobile? Pointy 74. Yeah, we'll do that, Jez. They're a bit annoying, aren't they? At times. So we got 7 minutes 27 left on the clock. Windy back in there. Manx is deciding to come back out on the circuit, maybe for a bit, for another lap of qualifying. So we head through clearaways with Manx on his outlap there. I used to think it was an outlap. And who's that? That's gone 0.2. That's Taff Ben has gone 0.2. Slower than Manx at the moment. Behind is really tight. Pointy is still in fourth, but he's 1.083 compared to Go Keefe, who is 1.085 behind the leader. As we head down towards Dingledale and up to Sheen Curve. Now I will apologise if I suddenly go quiet. I do have some tea about to be waiting for me, so I will apologise for that. I haven't eaten so far for tea. There's Jimbo Akimbo, an 11, coming across the line in his Mercedes. Very sideways into Paddock Hill and down towards Druids. It's doing well actually, that Mercedes. Is probably the slowest car of the pack. Yes, Jez, this is in championship mode, so be interesting to see how it works out. WXSTI in the McGann, number 2, slowing down, obviously aborting this lap. And Jay Decox is disconnected again. He's not having a good night with internet by the seams of things. There's Pointy. Just coming down towards clearways for his current attempt. We're hoping to push up a little bit more. As Taff Ben goes into the pits. Pointy comes across the line and doesn't go any faster. There is Welsh M Sports. Jay Decox has joined, and if he gets in quick, he'll be able to qualify and race. Remember, 3 minutes is the cut-off time for this. To be fair, Jez, I wasn't expecting to have tea at this late. I'll give it that. Yeah, literally this morning. I agreed to do this, and it's just a brilliant cause to do it for. If you're wondering, it's to help get funds up to get some more entertainment stuff like controllers, games for the Teenage Cancer Care ward in Cardiff. Just try and just give them a bit more entertainment for the kids and teenagers over there when dealing with such a horrible illness. Let's go, Keith. I will have to leave you in silence for a little bit as I go have my tea, so do enjoy. Do enjoy the race. Hopefully I'll be back during it. If not, I should be back for the next qualifying session. Right, apologies for that one. I am back though. And Manx has won the race, followed by Roy G, Jimbo Kimbo, Rick DJ82, Frankie Dibb, Half Ben, Point 86, WSTRX, STI, sorry, JD Cox, Welsh M Sports, SR Racing, WSROG, Go Keefe. So the point standings go: Manx, obviously Roy G, Jimbo Kimbo, Rick DJ 82, Frankie Dibb, Taff Ben, Pointy 74, WXT STI, JD Cox, Welsh M Sport, and Alpha Burrock and Paintball and SR Racing, with Go Keefe not scoring. Two of them not appearing. So there's your highlights. Fastest lap from Manx at 1:29.740 with your podium. Io Man, welcome to the stream, buddy. Just join the next race. Yes, good point, Jez. Sorry, apologies for obviously being away on that one. Ended up having a nice roast dinner for tea. Yes, if you are watching, there is a link in the description for a crowdfunding page where every pound goes towards the entertainment to go to the Teenage Cancer Care Ward in Cardiff, where Welsh M Sports' nephew is currently at the moment with leukemia. So if you are there, Jordan, we do wish you a very speedy recovery, and all the best from everyone here and everyone who's donated to the cause. It's a fantastic cause. Literally get a bit of entertainment for the kids as they're recovering from various things like chemo and stuff like that. Brilliant stuff to donate to, and it's really good from the sim racing community. We are almost at the £500 mark, which they are looking for. Jez, thank you so much for donating £4. Very much, very appreciated by the guys here, and will be appreciated by the ward in Cardiff. So we start off the second qualifying. Obviously, this is where drivers will get a bit of a chance to rest up, ready for the next race. We're here at Alton Park. Layout will be the International. Cameron McPhail, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Jez, while you're there, could you check how much of where the funding is up to so far? Be interesting to know. As Frankie Dibb is the first man back on track. Going through the cascade, just loses the rear end a bit. Not what he was really looking for, I don't think. Be interesting to see how much the guys are up to at the moment on their current fundraising. And we have reached £500, which is fantastic news. But again, the more that's raised, the more that can be done for the cause. So, regardless of a target, I mean, the more we can surpass that, the better, really, for the kids and teenagers there. So, if you can, every donation, very much appreciated for the cause. There's JD Cox, there's WXSTI. There's Frankie Dibb, who's managed to spin it at Druids. And almost spin it again, coming back on the track. That BMW, not an easy car to drive over the little crests and bumps that are here. There's another BMW off. That is SR Racing off at Druids. There's a bit of a struggle at the moment with the BMWs through there. As they come across the line to start their laps, there's WXSTI just going through the first corner. I'm going to try and get a map up of the circuit. See what I can do as we continue to watch the McGann of WXSTI go through the cascades. Let's have a bit of on-board action. I think it's worthwhile time for that. Onto the bumper cam of WXSTI. And up towards Knickerbrook. Knickerbrook he comes, and up the hill towards Druids. His double right-hander. Let's just say all the drivers pay £2 to enter the championship to go towards the cause, which is really good in itself. 14 did sign up. Currently only 12 here at the moment. Yeah, I do know, Jez. I don't know if I can change it whilst I'm currently in a broadcast. I'll quickly have a look, actually. Ah, there we go. The side panel not doing me any favours there. Hopefully that's changed for you guys as well. Yes, good news. I did try, because I was hoping the comments would come up on the screen there for any supportive comments. I mean, if you do have any for Jordan or the kids over there, any messages of support for them, please do put that out on the stream as well. I mean, always nice to see good support for everyone. So who else is out on the track right now? Roy G is there in first place right now with Rick DJ82 currently in second. There he is. JD Cox is third. There's Rex STI, who's just gone in the lead. Pointy 74 with a 140.9, 0.2 ahead of the lead. So, on the basis I wasn't here on the last race, Jez, let me know how good it was from whoever we were watching. It was, so I didn't get to see it, as Pointy goes wide, going through the Cascades, almost losing the back end. Very well saved though. There's Jimbo Kimbo in the Mercedes. And there's Welsh M Sports. Round he goes out of the hairpin in that Pirelli car. Can't do any celebratory donuts just yet, sir. O'Keefe has gone into the 4th place. Fantastic stuff from him. There's Frankie Dibb. Where is the last? There's Manx in the... Manx is still in the pits. I don't know whether he's decided. Well, I don't know whether the winner starts at the back. I can't remember. Be interesting though as Taff Ben comes towards this little tricky chicane. There's SO Racing. There's the website I use. SO Racing back in the pit lane. Manx though, it looks like he's back out. So keep an eye on him and we'll have a lap with him. There's O'Keefe. Where is Welsh M Sport? There he is, coming up towards the hairpin. Manx just getting out of the way. So, comes into Knickerbrook. Well, actually, it's the Hislop chicane first, followed by Knickerbrook. This is the right-hander. So through Knickerbrook. For Welsh M Sport here, otherwise known as Dan Lewis. Yeah, Dan apparently unusually off the track. Just reckons he feels under pressure, maybe. Hopefully not. This is a good fun charity event. But he comes through the final corner, through Lodge and down to Deersleep he comes. Up to the line. What can he do? Puts it in 7th right now. Manx has just come back out of the pits. So again, we'll keep an eye on him and hopefully go for a good lap. But Roy G has set a new fastest lap. He goes into the provisional pole position with a 140.023. Cracking lap. Where's Pointy out? He's just coming up to Island Bend and to the Shell Oils corner. JD Cop there. Who is that? That's Taff Ben into 3rd place. The 140.461. Literally not a lot in that. What is that? 0.015 to Pointy. That is very, very tight times. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one, Jez. BMW is definitely a tricky car. The Megane, I think, is the far superior car in this class, to be honest. As Taff Ben goes all the way around into the Shell Oils corner, started at the Island Bend. It's JD Cox. There's SO Racing, and there's Manx just coming through Knickerbrook. Let's go on board with him. I want to do a fast lap with him as a bit of a track guide for you guys. Please do, Jez. I mean, if you do, send me a link to it as well once it's all finished. That'd be brilliant to see. But here we go, Manx on a flying lap then. Here is your track guide to Alton Park International. So we head up to Old Hall Corner, a slightly late apex, clip the curb on the inside, clip it on the outside. You come down the avenue and through Denton's, it's very fast right-hander over the crest and into Cascades. Slightly late turn in, ride the curb along, clip the curb on the way out, then you go down Lakeside straight and into the Island Bend, which can be taken flat with the right line and if you have a very loose car, but in these things, slight lift off through it and into the Shell Oils corner. Very slight, big camber into that, so you can take it slightly faster than usual. Come up into Britain Chicane. Stay to the right hand side, clip the left hand curb, hit the right hand curb, use the curb on the exits as we go down through Hilltop and into Hislop Chicane. Bring it right across to the left hand side, hit the brakes on that second board. Oh, a little bit too much curve from Manx, but not too bad through it. Through Hislop, so just a slight lift and full throttle back out. Up through Clay Hill and towards the water tower. This is all flat, the water tower, and into Druid's Corner, a double right-hander, 2 apexes, well hit from Manx. Down towards Lodge then, hairpin right pretty much, hit the brakes, get it turned in, let it ride out through Deer's Leap, stay to the left-hand side, as you head through Deer's Leap, bring it through the line, and he does a 141.3 on that lap. I think he cost himself a bit of time at Hislops. Definite bit of time loss through Hislops. Just obviously fancying the BMW in this class. There's Taff Ben, currently in 3rd place. There's Roy G, who hasn't set a time yet. SR Racing in that BMW still hasn't set a time. Welsh M Sport has managed to get up into 5th place. So brilliant stuff from him. I'll tell you what, Jez, send it to me on the in the break between these races, and I'll have a look. News, Welsh M Sport down towards Hislops now in the Pirelli BMW. Oh, big slide into Hislops, well gathered up for the exit though. Through Knickerbrook. Into Druid's Corner for Welsh M Sport. And down towards Lodge. Across the line, and he doesn't improve, but he is 6th. So who has gone up? Manx has gone up into 4th place with a 140.8, so a better lap time for him. So we got some of the drivers down the field at the moment. WXSTI currently sat in 11th. He looks like he's struggling a little bit with the back end of that Megane. Looks like he's trying to overtake him. You can see there coming up towards Lodge Corner for WXSTI in his current attempt. Comes across the line, doesn't go any faster. There's JD Cox. We've only got 3 minutes 30 left on the clock for qualifying here today at Alton Park. As JD Cox spins at Britain's there. Sorry about the silence, I'm just tweeting out the stream to see how many people we can get behind this cause. Hopefully raise more money for the cause tonight. Jordan, if you are watching this, please do say hello in the comments. It'd be nice. Nice to probably speak to you, really. As we watch Welsh M Sport, he's currently in the lead. M Sport is on pole. Fantastic stuff from the host here as he goes through Cascades. Jimmy Okimbo currently in 7th place. You watch Jimbo Gimbo currently. Yes, Jez, I do know him. Hopefully he'll be back after your break, but Jimbo Gimbo will possibly be the final man to cross the line and still have a final lap. That he will. So who's that behind him going through Deer's Leap? Those guys. Oh, who is it? We'll find him now. Rick DJ82 comes home in 6th place currently in qualifying. There's Pointy 74. Across the line, stays in 4th. That's not Keith coming across the line, that is Roy G. He stays in 2nd, so right now Welsh M Sport is looking very, very good right now. I believe it's just Go Keith and 2 others, one of them JD Cox and the other Jimbo Kimbo. But here comes WSRC, Go Keith. He puts it in 5th place, a fantastic time there of a 1:40.549. There's JD Cox, just coming through Knickerbrook. He goes through Druids for his final lap, a little bit sideways, but he's got it under control. So we head now down towards Lodge Corner. Coming up across the line for JD Cox. Can he move out of 9th place? No, he can't. He stays in 9th. Jimbo Akimbo, can he come home a higher position than 8th? Puts it in 7th. A fantastic, fantastic stuff. Which link, Jez? But Welsh M Sport puts it on pole position for Alton Park. We're interested to know what link it is that doesn't work, whether it's the page link or in the description, or whether it is something else. But Welsh M Sport does take pole position here with a 39.5. Roy G is second. Then you have Taff Ben in third, Pointy 74 in fourth, Go Keefe in fifth, Manx is sixth, Jimbo Akimbo is seventh, Rick DJ82 is eighth, JD Cox is in ninth place with Frankie Dibb, WRXSTI, and then SR Racing at the back. Can you put links on the live chat? I don't know. I'd assume you just copy and paste it in, Jez, but that doesn't work. Yeah, I think that would have to be done that way. But we sink in here at Alton Park. We have 3 red lights, 6 laps, and we are green here. And a brilliant start from Welsh M Sport, which is to be expected in that BMW as we come now down towards Old Hall Corner for the first time. Roy G currently in second, but behind him, Pointy was looking up the inside of Taff Ben. It didn't quite work out. Picar's cameraman doing fantastic jobs here. We head down towards the Cascades, but that was Frankie Dibb almost getting overtaken by Rick DJ82 into Cascades. Down Lakeside we go for the first time. Welsh M Sport has had a lightning start then to this Alton Park race. Oh, that looked interesting behind, and that is JD Cox behind, going through Island Bend, in the gravel and into the wall. That's Manx behind. He's had a horrible start. Really, really bad. But there is your current leader, Welsh M Sport in that BMW. A fantastic getaway from pole position. There's Pointy, 74. Jimbo Akimbo is maybe looking to have a move. Rick DJ82 looking down the inside now of Frankie Dibb is not quite going to work. Through his lobs and now through Knickerbrook for the first time. No worries, Jez. Frankie Dibb running slightly wide through Druids, and that, oh my word, who's that behind? That was WXSTI, and there's SR Racing, who has now spun on the exit of Druids. That gives Manx another place. JD Cox after that horrible little incident through Island Bend. But Rick DJ82 is now past Frankie Dibb. And a fantastic start to this race. Jimbo Kimbo is now in 5th place. He's ahead of Pointy 74. On board with Pointy 74, having a look at this battle now for 4th place. Oh, in point, he's caught the grass through Island Bend. He's going to go backwards now. A fantastic save from Pointy 74. Providing action, just clipping the grass on the mid-corner. Through Island Bend and into the Shell Oils corner. Up ahead though, Taff Ben is starting to close down on Welsh M Sport. Here on lap 2 as he enters his lops. Behind O'Keefe and Jimbo Akimbo. Having a look at battling for 4th right now. There's Frankie Dibb, there's WXSTI, there's Manx. Rick DJ82's had an issue somewhere because he's now down into 10th place. SR Racing, and there's JD Cox who's having a mare of a second race tonight. Let's have a look. There's Roy G currently in 3rd place. There's O'Keefe. On board with Jimbo Kimbo through Lodge and down through Deers Leap we come for the 2nd time of 6. Down towards Old Hall Corner. And Jimbo Kimbo really lost a lot of time through Lodge, taking a very, very tight line. And it has cost him some time in this battle. But at the front, Taff Ben gradually nipping at the heels of Welsh M Sports. Taking about 4/10 of a second out of the Welshman. As they head into the Shell Oils corner then. This your battle for the lead of race number 2. Into Britons they come, and towards the hilltop. Brilliant exit from Welsh M Sport there, and Roy G is on the gradually catching up as well behind. JD Cox has now got a penalty. There's a racing. There's Rick DJ82. There's Manx now having a look around the outside, maybe of WXSTI into his lops. Thinks better of it. As interesting line from WXSTI. That is some lag and a half, son. Out of 10, everybody, for that line through his lops in Knickerbrook. Rate that line. That's a very, very impressive line. But right now at the front, Roy G has got Taff Ben in his sights, right in front of him. This is now the battle for 2nd, but Taff Ben has just managed to pull out a little bit of a gap. Oh, but he's lost the back end. He's on the grass towards Denton's now. And Roy G down the inside of Cascade is not normally a place you want to overtake, but very impressive if you can do it. He'll be on the inside for the Island Bend coming up. And there's contact down Lakeside. Into the Island corner, and Roy G will take home a 2nd place so far. If he can keep it, that is. But that has allowed Welsh M Sport to get away a little bit here. We're into Britons. And there's Pointy right now on the back of Jimbo Akimbo. There's Frankie Dibb, there's WXSTI with his mental lines through Britons. I don't know whether Max is just scared to overtake him at this rate. It's interesting, really. As we come down now towards Druids. And WXSTI is in the barrier. I think that is confirmed. That is not lag, everybody. That is confirmed in the barrier for WXSTI. He's down to 10th place. Oh, and here comes SR Racing with JD Cox. JD Cox. As we come down towards Lodge Corner. As we head with Welsh M Sport, his nephew, that has brought the community to do this together, And that was a very nice line actually through the island corner. A bit of back end out. Good evening, Christine. And I'll tell you what, I'll give your son a shout out for that. 15-year-old son donated, very, very appreciated there. And a brilliant, brilliant boy. What's brilliant about this sort of thing, it brings everyone together. And here comes Pointy 47, who has passed Jimbo Akimbo. And he's touched the back of O'Keefe there. And Pointy is now passed against WSRC O'Keefe. Maybe G O'Keefe, but do correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, big shout out for your son, Christine. That's fabulous of him. Really, really good. And it is a brilliant course. Hopefully Jordan is watching this and he is enjoying it. It's really, really good. But amazingly, that's Taff Ben. He's had an issue somewhere by the looks of it, because Pointy 47 has now caught up to him at a very big rate of knots, and a 144 from Taff Ben is very, very slow. I think the lull was for the lag, Jez. As Taff Ben around the Shell Oils corner for the final time. There's Jimbo Akimbo gradually getting chased down by Frankie Dibb and Manx. Remember, Manx won the first race tonight. See, no commentary on that, unfortunately, and I do apologise. But up front, it's getting very, very tight between the Welsh M Sport and Roy G. Welsh M Sport will really want to win this one. In that number 32 Pirelli car. They head through Druids for the final time. Oh, and a big crash for Roy G. Very unfortunate for him. And Taff Ben will get up a position for that. But it's this man, Welsh M Sport, who wins here at Alton Park. A fantastic drive from the BMW driver. Sponsored by Pirelli tonight for some reason. There's Taff Ben. Roy G will come home in third with Pointy 74 in fourth. O'Keefe will come home in fifth. Jimbo Akimbo sixth. Manx will come home seventh ahead of Frankie Dibb. We didn't see that, but he has overtaken him. Rick DJ82 comes home in ninth. Here comes JD Cox. He does have a penalty. So he comes home in 10th, but does he stay there? The answer is no. SR Racing will come home in 10th after a penalty for JT Cox. And here comes WXSTI, will be the last of the finishers. Big accident for Roy G. Unfortunately dropped him down into third place as well, so not ideal for him. So, final results then for race number 2. Welsh M Sport takes victory here at Alton Park, followed by Taff Ben, Roy G, Pointy 74, O'Keefe, Jimbo Akimbo, Manx in 7th, Frankie Dibb 8th, Rick DJ82 9th, SR Racing will take 10th, JT Cox 11th, and WXSTI both finishing outside the points. 4 seconds of penalties from JT Cox as well. I can only imagine that might be coming out of Britain's, because it's very harsh around there actually. So there's your highlights. Fastest lap from Welsh M Sport as well. Obviously no bonus points for that, but a 1:39.793. Fantastic stuff. That's how the points are distributed. Basically F1 points for the night. We continue on to the championship standings so far. Roy G leads the standings now with 33 points. Manx on 33. Welsh M Sport has got 26, so he's got right back into this tonight to try and win this event. Taff Ben is on 26 as well, but with one less win, he is behind Welsh M Sport. Jimbo and Kimbo will be in 5th in the championship with 23 points, and Pointy74 is on 18. Frankie Dibb. We've been... Okay. That happens. But great win for Welsh M-Sport there. It's quite glad the fact that he's managed to win a race tonight. Brilliant, brilliant effort. No, I don't want to do that. That's the wrong button. Can I... Yes, I can view it. Let's view it. Ah, here we go. So next up is Donington Park National. Fantastic circuit. So the standings, as we were going through them. Pointy74 in 6th with 18 points at the moment. Frankie Dibb has 14 along with Rick DJ 82. Go Keith is on 10 points with WXSTI on 4. JD Cox is on 2 points with SR Racing on 1, and currently Alpha Burke and Paintball are yet to race. Let's see if I can join this. Yes, I can. Here we're here. Round number 3. It is G. O'Keefe. I will apologise to you. I will apologise, Gary. If I am saying your name wrong and you are watching the stream, please do say. So we're here at Donington National for the next round of this mini championship here in touring cars for this brilliant, brilliant course. Who will be... We've only got 11 in at the moment. So hopefully, who is missing? There's Pointy, there's Frankie Dibb, G. O'Keefe, Taff Ben, Max is here, Essa, Rick, Roy, Jimbo Kimbo, Welsh M-Sport is there. I believe it is... Oh, someone else has left and joined. Who is that? WXSTI, and I believe we just had Frankie Dibb. Not here. So, I love this circuit. Absolutely love it as we watch G. O'Keefe. Frankie Dibb rejoins. Brilliant stuff. We watch G. O'Keefe go through Coppice then. Down the back straight and towards the Fogarty S's. And let's go on board with him. Let's go cockpit view. As we head through the Fogarty S's to start a lap. And hopefully you'll keep going, even though it looks like his lap time's been validated. So we cross the line, we come up to Red Gate. Again, a late apex corner. Just tuck it in there. Beautiful line through there. Run out a little bit as we now go through Hollywood, this flat right-hander. Now down towards the famous Craner Curves. Looking left into the old hairpin. Up to Schwartz Curve. Lovely line through there, really nice. Up to McLean's. Two ways you can take this. You can hug the inside, or as G. O'Keefe has done here, just square up a little bit as we now come up to Coppice. A blind right-hander over the crest. You turn in faith. Clip the apex. Let it run out wide. down the back straight towards the Fogarty S's. Into the Fogarty S's, you clip the curb left, right, clip the curb left, use the curb on the exit and then come across the line. I don't think we're going to get time for this, are we? The line for some reason is just after. Yeah, we're not going to get time, unfortunately. But a good lap, I think, from G. O'Keefe there. I'm quite thankful you think that I should be commentating with you guys, Jez. That's really nice. Very, to be fair, I do commentate a lot on stuff. So if you have any questions for me, carry on. I mean, although I wouldn't encourage it. This is more about the cause. For getting that entertainment for the Teenage Cancer Care Ward in Cardiff. See, we have gone, I think we've gone past 500. So any extra is absolutely amazing from the guys in the sim racing community. And further beyond that even. It's amazing to see how people come together really with this crowdfunding, and a fantastic idea, crowdfunding. Especially for this. So as Manx goes through the Fogarty S's, he's already set one time of 113.5. Crosses the line, goes a 110.7. That was a big slidey moment from Welsh M Sport. And that is, I believe, Roy G. If I can find the correct... No, it's not Roy G. Who is that then? Oh, let's find him. Who is it? It's not Ricky DJ, I know that much. It's not Essa, it's not Jimbo. Oh, I can't find him. Oh, it's G. O'Keefe. Running a similar livery. What kind of similar livery to... nothing like it. Just looked similar from the front. Yeah, G. O'Keefe was having a few issues there. As we continue to watch Welsh M Sport come through the Fogarty S's. A bit of sideways coming out. And he goes 6th, so you think that's... Normally I wouldn't have thought that would be allowed, but obviously it is in the track limits apparently of the race. Very sideways through Red Gate though for Welsh M Sport. Yeah, obviously if you're watching, guys, do share it with anyone you can. Put it out there on social media, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. It's a brilliant thing to get everyone to watch. I mean, even if they just watch this stream, it's amazing. I mean, some of the stuff I commentate on, I get people say, look, my mates watch that and they think it's brilliant. It's brilliant stuff to watch, especially the touring cars. I mean, who doesn't love touring cars? And if you share it, don't forget to use the hashtag raceforjordan. Who is, find him, this man's nephew, who is currently in that cancer care ward. As everyone here does wishes Jordan, the speediest of recoveries from his leukemia, as Welsh M Sport goes into 4th place now with a 110.9. As Welsh M Sport spins at coming out of the old hairpin, very easy to do, especially with those BMWs. As WXSTI now comes up towards Coppitt's corner for his current attempt of a flying lap. Or looked like he didn't quite get that right then. Down towards the foggy S's as well. Sport moves out of the way as he gears up for another lap. But WRX STI on a hot lap right now. Comes up to the line. He puts it in 5th place. A fantastic time actually from him. A 110.9. Can I just point out to everyone watching, the top 8... Oh, there goes WX STI with his weird lines. And I think he spun. Yes, he has. He's definitely spun. Fantastic action here. Can I just point out, the top 8 are covered by less than half a second right now. Half a second covers 8 cars. That is currently 2/3 of the field. Here comes Pointy 74 across the line. He can't go any quicker right now. Rick DJ 82. Oh, and a big moment for Rick coming out of the Fogarty S as he actually comes into the pits to abort that lap. There's G. O'Keefe coming through Fogarty S's for his next potential time. Goes 8th still. And what on earth was happening here? Welsh M Sports has put a time, so I'll just clarify. There used to be 8 cars covered by less than half a second. There's now 7, because Welsh M Sports has gone half a second quicker than Taft Ben. That is a phenomenal time, a 109.940, the first man into the 109s. And what a lap that was from the Pirelli BMW driver. There's Roy G coming through McLean's and up towards Coppice. And Taft Ben has taken pole position so far by 1/100th of a second. So 1/10th of a second with a 109.840. A fantastic time from the Megane driver then. So we go across the line with Roy G. Into the old hairpin. Very sideways, but absolutely fine actually through that. Let's have a look at some of the other drivers. Here comes WRX STI coming across the line. Stays in 8th place though. There goes Welsh M Sport. He's back out to try and reclaim his pole position. There's G. O'Keefe coming down to the Fogarty S's for his current attempt. He's currently in 9th. He'll be looking to possibly hit the top 10 here. Across the line, doesn't go any faster. He has got time in this. Oh, that was close to the green car there. Or not Manx. That's JT Cox. Yeah, it's a good time actually from Taft Ben. This man, let's ride on board. What does it mean? Did anyone else just see that weird, like, sky as they changed the camera? That was pretty cool. But we ride on board the BMW driver now, up to Red Gate. Bit sideways, he is oversteering like mad out of there. Through the old hairpin now, really nice. Clips the exit, lovely there. Through Schwartz curve, up towards McLean's then. Very nice line actually through McLean's. Very clean, very tidy so far, apart from Redgate for Welsh M Sports as we hit Coppice. He is currently down on his best lap. I think that's because of Redgate, to be honest. This lap won't be quicker. Jimbo has another lap time invalidated due to track limit. Through the chicane. And up towards the line for Welsh M Sport. Yeah, he won't go any quicker. Here's Manx. Remember, he won the first race of the night at Brands Hatch GP. He heads through for the Fogarty S's. Up across the line. He does go quicker on his lap time, but he does not improve his position. He's still 0.8 behind Taffben. We watch Welsh M Sport now go through McLean's. He's the car to watch at the moment. He's 1/10 behind Taffben right now, and he's 0.140 up on his current time. He just has to get the Fogarty S's absolutely right now. Clips one curb, gets the other. A bit sideways out on the grass. He may have just lost that pole position lap. Yes, he does. He lost time out of the Fogarty S's with the BMW. He's going to have to go again. There's Mang to Jimbo Kimbo behind. If I select the right car. There we go. In that Mercedes. Remember, that Mercedes not the fastest car choice. Haha. And Mang's done some laps earlier around Brands Hatch. Jimbo, obviously a bad lap there for him. It's just a massive gaggle of cars at the moment. It's like a gaggle of 4 cars all together. Which means others like Welsh M Sports and Co have quite clear track ahead of them, really. Speaking of the BMW driver, he comes onto the back straight. What sort of time has he got in him? Into the Fogarty S as he comes for his current attempt. Not as sideways, a brilliant exit actually from the Fogarty S's. What time has he done? Again, actually messed up maybe slightly earlier in the lap. That's .74 on the offering his grass cutting services to Donington Park. Very generous of him in that Momo McGann. He won't go any faster, but behind that is Taffben, who'll be looking to improve on his pole position time as he enters Fogarty S's. Look how much nicer that McGann is through the exit of that corner. Up to the line. Doesn't improve though. There's JD Cox, he will stay in 8th place right now. Here's at the back. SR Racing is currently at the back. We're currently at £510 right now. Fantastic stuff from everyone who's donated. A massive thank you from Welsh M Sport, otherwise known as Dan Lewis, and everyone here. Is a massive thank you for all the money you've donated to get this entertainment to that teenagers cancer care unit in which Jordan is currently in. Obviously, if you are watching the stream and you have donated, please say in the stream and I will give you a shout out. That's what this is all about. It's not necessarily about how the results go, it's about supporting this cause. So if you do donate, please do let me know. I'll give you a massive shout out on the stream, because it's really good to see all the support, especially from the point of view of Jordan, who is over there right now. He'll be massive to see the amount of support that goes on. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable amount of support. You watch SR Racing. Oh, here we go again. Here comes another lap for Welsh M Sport. What can he do? Trying to squeeze as much throttle out of the Fogarty S's. That was a bad lap. 3.5 off his best delta. There's Roy G slowing down. Jimbo Kimbo has managed to put himself into third place. A fantastic lap from him. And Jimbo back in the pits. There's Roy starting another lap. Here comes Manx. He's coming through now. Coppice corner. With a minute and 20 left on the clock. Down to the Fogarty S as he comes. It's currently on a 110.4. The top 7 covered by less than a second. The top 11 covered by 1.5 seconds. Across the line doesn't improve for Manx. As Rick DJ2 comes out of the pits. Tough Ben, and Welsh M Sport has decided to call it a day on the qualifying. He will be currently in third place. No, third, currently second place. Sorry, I was watching Jim's there. That looks like WX STI moves up into 8th place ahead of JD Cox. A fantastic lap then from him. Taff Ben can't improve on his current time. Here comes Roy G. Oh, brilliant man, Jez. You can find that information out, mate. Brilliant. Brilliant to see. Yeah, be running. Some of the stuff they're going to get is a few games, few controllers, a steering wheel with a play seat. That is what will be. Oh, that's a 50 points to Roy G. Hitting a sign. Obviously, if you've never heard me commentate, I give out bonus points, bonus commentator points for anyone who can hit a sign. It's good to hit a sign. As Rick DJ finishes his qualifying. Yeah, it's basically games, controllers, and a play seat with a steering wheel, I think. We'll be going to that Cancer KU to keep the kids entertained as they're going through a very, very tough time with stuff like chemo and that. It's always good to have some sort of entertainment, take your mind off things and just relax. Currently then, thank you Jez White for getting this information. Pete Smith, £10, thank you very much. If you are watching the stream, as Roy G goes third place ahead of Jim with a 110.2, SR Racing with a 112.0. Jez White, thank you to you for £4. Lee Laycock, you're an absolute legend, mate. £200 from you. Many thanks. Hopefully you're watching the streams that's going on tonight at the moment. As we look at the qualifying results, Taff Ben will take pole position from Welsh M Sport. Roy G, Jimbo Kimbo, Pointy 74, Rick DJ 82, Manx, WX STI, JD Cox, G O'Keefe, Frankie Dibb, and SO Racing. Yeah, Lee Laycock, absolute legend, mate. £200 to the cause. Fantastic stuff. Massively appreciated to anyone who donates, even if it's just £1. It does go a long way. Dan Fielden, £10. Thank you very much for donating that towards this crowdfunding pot. At the moment, we're going to have 8 laps of this, and it's dusk. This makes things very, very interesting. Slightly cooler temperatures. I don't think the BMW will like this too much, but we'll find out. So just to give you an update on how much we're on, we're at £510 right now for this charity event. Obviously there's been charity stuff going on through the week to raise this money. I think we were at 82% of the goal going into tonight, and we are now over that goal and into 100 and something percent. Ben and Mel, £5. Thank you for your support and donating that to the pot to get all this stuff for that cancer care ward. As we wait for the green lights to go. Cammy McPhail, £2. Thank you so much for that. Brilliant to see. I tell you what, just looking at this list, the amount already, there's several names already on that list, and it's amazing to see this community come together. Liam Bennington, £10. Thank you to you. As we sync now for the third round tonight. We have the 3 red lights on, and it is green here at Donington at dusk, and again Welsh M Sport will take the lead off the line in that BMW, and I can guarantee you that is not a jump start, that is genuinely how those cars get off the line. As we go through red gate for the first time, that is Pointy, 74 off the road. Gets it back on cleanly though, as we now head down towards the Craner Curves. Who's that behind? That is Frankie Dibb and Manx going side by side through the Craner Curves. A fantastic little tussle now into the odd hairpin they go. And here comes back, and who is that behind? That is G. O'Keefe behind, looking to take up some spoils, but Manx has got past Frankie Dibb through Schwartz Curve, and he's almost lost the rear through McLean's, but a brilliant move from Manx. Here comes G. O'Keefe to try and get up there, but here comes... Oh, I thought Rick DJ82 was going to have a look into Coppice there. We've got a couple of people with penalties already. That is Jimbo Akimbo with one. Down to the Fogarty S's for the first time. For it there. There's G. O'Keefe. He has gone through into 6th place. I believe that was a spin. Yeah, Frankie Dibb spun through the Fogarty S's. As we continue on then, Pointy 74 looking up the inside then of WRX STI. As we now head towards Hollywood, down towards the Craners. Then are they going to stay side by side? Rick DJ's having a bit of a moment. Oh, and just about squeezed out by STI. Who is Pointy? He'll look for a switch back. Oh, it's not quite going to work. They've collided, and Pointy has gone into the barriers at the old hairpin. I think that was mainly a lag issue. Pointy saw the gap open, and it just closed evidently through there. But at the front, Welsh M Sport is having his work cut out for him as we come down to the Fogarty S's here on lap number 2. They hit the brakes, go into the Fogarty S's for the second time of 8 here at Donington Park. A brilliant exit. This is what's going to save Welsh M Sport. Taff Ben and Roy G are now fighting each other, which is going to help Welsh M Sport here. You see Roy there just almost pushing Taff Ben through red gate there as we now go through Hollywood and down through the Craner Curves. This is tight stuff. Oh, a little bit of a tap, I think, from Roy G, but nothing too ludicrous. As we head through Schwartz Curve and up towards McLean's for the third time, and Taff Ben has conceded. I got a feeling he may have just had a slowdown penalty. So let's have a look, and this is G. O'Keefe getting past Manx then, I think, as they head through Coppice. A brilliant move from the McGann man. Down to the Fogarty S as they come. Welsh M Sport currently 7/10 up in that lead. He's got a nice little gap at the moment as they head on to lap 4. Who's that behind? That's Jimbo Akimbo with Manx. Jimbo looking around the outside, coming up towards Redgate they come. Jimbo looking for the switchback as they head towards Hollywood for the fourth time. Their side-by-siders now come towards the Craner curves. This is fantastic stuff between the two. Side-by-side through the Craners, down towards the old hairpin. A switchback from Manx. That's a fantastic move from the McGann. Just about gets back ahead of Jimbo Akimbo as they head up towards Shorts Curve and McLean's. Sideways from Manx though through McLean's. That's going to give Jimbo Akimbo a run up into Coppice now. Side by side over the blind crest. And Jimbo Akimbo completes the move now through Coppice. What can Manx do about it coming down to the Foggy S's? He has a look. Not close enough though. Not a brilliant line either through the S's. I think Jimbo's going to have that one. There's Taft Ben currently in third place right now. As we follow Taft Ben into the old habit, lots of people with someone's dropping down the order. That is WXSTI has spun through Redgate, and whoever that was hitting that sign, 50 points goes to you. And that is Pointy off the road. I don't think STI saw him there. Hit the sign, oh dear. I don't think STI saw him there. Now he's on the grass, coming out of the old hairpin. But we go up to the lead now. Roy G has caught up with Welsh M Sport here. Again, the drive from the BMW out of the corner is fantastic tonight. It is quite possibly the only thing saving him right now from the front wheel drive pack behind him. But Welsh M Sport still leads. Let's have a look. Is there any other battles going on? There's Manx. So let's actually have a quick look. This is the nice little table. So Jimbo's got a second penalty. Manx has got 2 seconds. Rick has got 1. SL1. WXSTI 2. And Frankie Dip has 3 with Pointy 2 and JD Cox with 1. With 1 second penalty. So quite literally, from 5th to last we'll have penalties. It's quite funny really. Welsh M Sport. I think the BMW is nice. I just don't think it's very good if you have a bit of a slide on personally. I do race actually. I do a Clio Championship, something on GT Sport, which changes every time, and also on Saturdays. Currently I'm racing LMP2s on Saturdays. Wicked little car to run around in. But I'm at the moment mainly commentating stuff on Mondays, and Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays is quite very full of commentary for me. But yeah, it's always good to have a good race. I do love a good race, especially in the Clios. They are brilliant fun. Kid you not, if you haven't driven the Clios on this game, please do. They are absolutely fantastic to drive and race in. But we continue to watch this battle for the lead. It's gone Boyroy. It isn't me, that is a weird sky comes through when you change camera to the onboard. Roy G then, looking at the back of Welsh M Sports onto the final lap here. Oh, it wasn't dusk, it was dawn. Oh, and a bit of a tweak from Welsh M Sport going through Redgate. You can see him fighting the rear end as we now head towards Hollywood. Depends which league it is, Jez. And on the day in the league, I think. But we continue to watch this battle. As you can see, Roy G really closing up into McLean's. This battle is fantastic at the moment as Welsh M Sport now comes through. Coppers in the lead for the final time. He's lost the rear end a little bit, I think, but he's got it all under control. I think me, you and Jez have raced on the Friday Night Project. But it's Welsh M Sport who wins the race, followed by Roy G. Taff Ben will come home in third. G. O'Keefe is fourth. Jimbo Kimbo fifth. Manx is sixth. Rick DJ82 will come home in seventh with Pointy 74. I tell you what, that's one hell of a recovery drive. He had two crashes, really, went to the grass. Across the line, does Pointy 74 come in 8th place? Frankie Dibb comes home in 9th. No, he doesn't. He comes home in 10th. It's brilliant fun, Jazz. I love it every Friday night if I can. So Welsh M Sport takes his second victory of the night, followed by Roy G, Taff Ben, G O'Keefe, Jimbo Akimbo, Manx, Rick DJ82, Pointy 74. WRX STI, Frankie Dibb will take home the final points. SR Racing in 11th. So we did lose someone during that race. JD Cox didn't finish. So here's your highlights screen. Welsh M Sport again with the fastest lap of a 1:10.2. But Welsh M Sport, Roy G, Taff Ben your podium. And that's the points distribution, obviously F1 styled system. And on to the standings. Welsh M Sport, you are leading the championship going into the final round on 51 points. Roy G, very consistent, also on 51. But 2 wins to Welsh M Sport currently means he is in the top spot. Taff Ben has got 41 points with Manx on 39. Jimbo Kimbo has 33. G O'Keefe on 22 with Pointy 74 also on 22. Rick DJ 82 is on 20 points with Frankie Dibb on 15, WRX STI on 6, and JD Cox on 2 with SR Racing on 1. Alpha Brook and Paintball have yet to race tonight so far. So the final race is at the Snetterton 300 circuit. It's reading back. I think it's Christine saying that her and Cammy donated twice, which is brilliant. Thank you so much to that. And next Friday donating again another £20. Brilliant stuff, guys. I mean, I do applaud everyone who donates to this cause. And thank you for the comment on the commentary. Pray their son Kyle. See, he's 15. He has donated, which he's top man, good legend. Apparently his girlfriend had cancer as well, is now in remission, so very good to see that she's recovered and may not continue. And Jordan will as well. I mean, in that care unit, in that care ward, they will get better, and the nicer we can make their lives in that ward, the easier it is for them to recover, and the quicker, which is all we want, especially from a horrible thing like that. So, like I said, every penny counts in this sort of stuff. I think Jazz just uses like it's not autocorrect, it's wrong correct, isn't he? He like starts putting a thing in and goes and just selects a word where it's spelled wrong. I think that's what's happening there. He's got wrong correct rather than autocorrect. So Snetterton 300, the final race. I'm going to quickly have a drink before it, and hopefully qualifying will be fantastic. So the final 20-minute qualifying session of the night, and it's all to play for between Welsh M Sport. That's wouldn't have taken that line. Cracking camera angle back on though. Very, very nice. It's Snetterton 300. It's Welsh M Sport along with... Can I find him? Is he not in the lobby yet? He's not in the lobby yet. But it will be Roy G. So this is it, the final decider. Whoever, between Roy G and Welsh M Sport, whoever wins between those two, whoever gets the higher position will win this championship tonight. Just, I must admit, I haven't seen that link yet to the other one, so if you want, you can Facebook message it to me, or PSN it to me, something like that, and I'll see if I can view it before the end of the night. It'd be very, very nice to see all the vids that are created for this. Really interesting. I've been asked if I race. If you are watching, then yeah, I mean, I've been asked if I race, and obviously I said I race in Clios. Currently now racing the SFR Racing Concepts on GT Sport and LMP2s, and also I do the Friday night project with Jez there when he joins. Do any of you guys race, and what cars do you race in? I mean, it'd be interesting to know that whilst we're going through qualifying, because let's be honest, qualifying isn't the most exciting time of a race. As we watch TAFBEM, I'm going to quickly get a map up of the Snetterton circuit. There we go, Snetterton. So let's have a lap of the circuit with someone, shall we? Don't want that. Don't want that one. Let's use TAFBEM. Why not? Let's go on the body cam. So we're going to come up to Richie's. Really fast corner, chuck the car in, he's caught up behind WXSTI, which is a shame. And he backs out of the lap. Let's have a look. Roy G has now joined. Right, Rick DJ82, let's try him on a fast lap. Through Rich's then, a really fast, fling the car through corner. Up towards Montreal, this really tight hairpin. You actually go in a bit deeper than you'd think and try to square off. Rick hasn't quite got the line through there though. We'll come up to Palmer now. Slight lift off, get the back end to move into it. That's a lot of movement from the back end for Rick's car. Up towards Agostini. And just another little hairpin. Then we come into Hamilton, very fast left-hander, and up towards Oggies, which is a 90-degree right-hander which opens up. And you head into Williams. So interesting corner that, quite a late apex corner if you get it correctly. Then you go down the Bentley straight and towards Brundle and Nelson. This probably one of the trickiest corners to drive in any game. It's a really fast left-hander into a sharp 90 right. And you've got to make sure the back end doesn't move. Because if the back end moves through Brundle, you're not making Nelson. Into the bomb hole. Flat out almost. Rick's gone a bit wide. It hit the bump on the outside of the grass. Into Coram. And then as you exit Coram, you start hitting the brakes from Murray's for the final corner. And fair play to you, son. That looked like you trying to Scandi flick it, and it almost worked. You can have some commentary bonus points for that. Let's get back to the trackside camera. Find someone else. There's Welsh M Sport at the moment. There's SR Racing, WXSTI, Taffben, G O'Keefe. Esso goes into third. Rick DJ there. There's Pointy going through Williams's. There's Manx just coming out. There's Frankie Dibb. Jimbo Kimbo still in the pit lane. There's Taffben, G O'Keefe, Rick DJ, Welsh M Sports. There's WXSTI. There's Roy G. Here he goes. Into Hamilton. Up into Oggies then. Definitely flat out at the moment. Especially this man. He's got a chance to win this charity event tonight. But the man he's up against, the uncle of Jordan, he will be absolutely throwing that car around. He will want to win this race and win this charity event. He'll come up across the line. What time can he do for Welsh M Sport? He sets a 1:54.1, a fantastic time to put himself in provisional pole position. Roy G starts a lap then. Let's follow him on this lap. As he now heads towards Agostini on this current lap. In to Oggies and towards Williams. I'm going to try and retrieve my charger. Down the Bentley straight he comes. Oh. And someone's gone quickest as well. That is Taffben who has gone quickest. Fantastic lap from him with a 1:54.0. We're currently watching Roy G as he comes through the bomb hole. Into Murray's. What time does Roy G set? Comes up to the line, sets third quickest behind Welsh M Sport. This is shaping things up quite nicely for the final event of the night. There's G. O'Keefe. He's just coming down to Agostini on his current attempt. And there's Essa Racing. Kimbo. There's Manx about to cross the line for his first lap. Goes a 1:57.6, so obviously a bit of a warm-up lap in that. And there's Frankie Dip, there's Jimbo Akimbo coming down the Bentley straight for his first flying lap. Oh, big moments for both Welsh M Sport and Jimbo Akimbo. Both of them hitting that curb at Nelson. Not quite what they were looking for, I don't think. You see the amount of slide that BMW's got for Welsh M Sport. Taffben is done a 1:53.8, so he's gone even quicker. Brilliant lap time. Welsh M Sport will have a nice draft going on there. There's G. O'Keefe, he's off the road at Murray's. Some weird lag going on there. Oh, look at that. That's Essa Racing just getting out of the way of Welsh M Sport whilst he's on a flying lap. A few more comments. Yeah, of course. Welsh M Sport, the uncle of Jordan in that Pirelli car, currently sat first place, joint with Roy G on 51 points. I think he'll be over the moon if he wins this for his nephew. That'd be a fantastic way, especially with the amount of money. I mean, Jez, if you're still there, mate, during the race, near the final lap, if you could get me find a total of what we're up to. I'll announce what we're up to at the end of race number 4. But Manx has come into play. He's now gone second place with a 1:53.9. So at the moment, we've got the championship top 2 currently 3rd and 4th. Yeah, Jez, if you can join the final race in the final on the final lap, if you could let me know the total we're up to, because I'm thinking we're going to have a massive battle on our hands. That will be brilliant to know for everyone. We have gone over the £500 mark. We are at 510 last time we've checked. So brilliant stuff from everyone in the community. I mean, if you have only just joined us, this is a charity event to raise money for the Teenage Cancer Cure Ward, or Cancer Care Ward in Cardiff, where this man's nephew is currently situated. Name is Jordan, diagnosed with quite a fearsome case of leukemia, and he'll be there for the next couple, 2-3 years recovering. See, everyone here wishes Jordan wish you a very speedy recovery from that horrible, horrible thing. But we watch Welsh M Sports go through Hamilton, drifting through Hamilton and into Oggies. Still 5:10 at the moment. So if you are watching and you can, please do donate to this wonderful cause. It provides entertainment stuff for the teenagers there. It will have a play seat, steering wheel, controllers. There's a couple of games going as well, but for the PS4 equipment stuff going over there to help keep the teenagers in that ward entertained and relaxed whilst they're going through a very rough patch in their lives. Obviously, it's a lot easier for people to recover if they're relaxed and have something to keep them relaxed and take their minds off things, really. Just going to, like these drivers do here, and I can say this from past, just go into a world as Welsh M Sports. He has taken provisional pole position, a 1:53.759, a fantastic time for the BMW driver. As I was saying, speaking of experience, you just go into the other world in your mind when you sim race like these guys do, and in any game you just go into this your own little world where you just focus on what you're doing and you kind of feel like you're really there. It's fantastic to do. There's G. O'Keefe heading through. My map's gone blank, that's good news. That was Palmer. Into Agostini. We have literally only got 2 minutes remaining on the clock before we had the final race of the night. So if you do share this, put anything on social media, do use the hashtag raceforjordan for this event tonight. Spread the word, try and get as much equipment as possible for that ward. It'll be a really nice donation, and I think I speak on behalf of the people at that ward. Very highly appreciated. They will be ecstatic with any donations that happen for them. So it's not only from the sim racers here, it's from the probably the teenagers and the staff at that ward. Be very greatly appreciated. I'm just gonna go away from that massive lag. Yeah, the staff, the teenager there, will be very thankful, very appreciative of the donation that we made using this money for their benefits. As Manx comes through Murray's. Up towards the line for Manx. He's going to get one more lap in if he wants it. Crosses the line, he's going to have to go for this lap. There's Welsh M Sport, currently starting on 1:53.759. He's got the upper hand at the moment. And with that BMW off the line, he is going to be ecstatically quick into turn 1, and he'll get at least a second gap that everyone else will have to close down as he runs wide through Hamilton and up towards Oggies. He's managed to save the car, a fantastic little save, but that is qualifying over for Dan Lewis, otherwise known as Welsh M Sport. So let's find the first car that will cross that line. It's going to be SR Racing, will be the first man to complete his lap. The final laps of qualifying for tonight. Through Brundles, and he's completely missed Nelson there because of it. And as I said before, the back end just moves. It's not good, and you'll never save it through there. Down towards Brundle for Taft Ben. He's run wide through Nelson, and that is qualifying over. Again, the back end moving around. Here comes Rick DJ82. We've got a 100% hit rate so far on this final set of laps if we watch into Brundle and Nelson of people going off. Rick DJ though, safely through. WXS TI, very quick through it, so we have got 2 more laps to come. Time to get the charger, I think. Get the charger out and watch it on charge. But Rick DJ82 comes across the line. He will stay in 9th place. WXS TI. He will stay in 10th. So a couple more shout outs then. Thank you to Chris Llewellyn Jones, who donated £10 to the page. Very much appreciated. Ghost gutted he missed it, and he is rooting for Dan, otherwise known as Welsh M Sport, to win this. I think everyone's rooting for him at the moment, heading into this final race. Pete, £10. Thank you very much. Sean Doyle, £2. Very greatly appreciated. Welsh M Sport does take pole position from Taft Ben, Manx, Roy G, Pointy 74, Essa Racing, G O'Keefe, Frankie Dibb. We won't get to see the rest of them. Let's quickly run through them. G O'Keefe, Frankie Dibb, Ricky DJ 82, WXS TI, and Jimbo Akimbo will round out the top 11. Jamie Dickox, who was racing earlier. Thank you for your donations. Mad O'Keefe won £2. Thank you for your donation as well. Remember, every pound helps. It doesn't matter how small a donation is. Everything helps towards a fantastic cause. But all eyes are on this man, Welsh M Sport. Can he win this for his nephew? There'll be a fantastic way to end the night. We have 6 laps of Snetterton 300. We are about to go green for the final time tonight. Dan Lewis, £10. Thank you for your donation. But we go 3 red lights for the final time. We are green at Snetterton. And a poor start from Welsh M Sport there. He's not got away at all well. And he's now got Roy G right alongside him as we come now into the first corner. Just about sneaks away from him. He exits the first corner in 2nd place. Down towards Montreal. As the field come, that's Jimbo Akimbo looking down the inside. That's of Essa Racing, who's now going to be on the inside for Palmer. Andrew Withers, £10. Thank you very much for your donations. And now Rick DJ82 is now going through Palmer alongside with Jimbo Akimbo to now come down to Agostini. He's not quite at that. Merck is actually not too bad in a straight line, is it? Oh, and contact at Agostini. Rick DJ into the back of Jimbo Akimbo and into SA Racing there. Big shame. Luckily, Rick did let him back pass. Now he's got back pass before Hamilton. Not quite there. Oh my word, Rick DJ hopping the curb at Oggies. Not the... I wouldn't have attacked that curb, I must admit. I do like your commitment though. Back to the front, and it's Taft Ben at the moment who leads. Coming in to Brundle and Nelson. Oh, and that is Roy G. He's off the road. Loses another place. He's now down to 6th place with his current championship rival in 2nd place right now. There is Welsh M Sport. He's looking to take the lead and take his 3rd consecutive win here. Against all the field. SR Racing has run wide at Murray's. Right, we can all kind of calm down now after that first lap of action. Well, Welsh M Sport isn't done. He's looking up the inside of Riches and up into Montreal. He's side by side with Taff Ben. He's got the inside line. He's going to overtake. Welsh M Sport has taken the lead of this race on lap number 2. And Manx has gone through as well. He has a penalty. So you head through Palmer for the second time of 6. Everyone's rooting for you, Welsh M Sport. Where's Roy? There's Roy in 6th place still. He's got a long way to catch up right now. But this is phenomenal stuff between these guys. There's Taff Ben now having a look. Right back at Manx for his 2nd place here. Into Oggies. Good run from Taff Ben as you come up to Williams. Better line, I'd say, from Manx that, going through Williams. And down the inside goes Taff Ben. He's a little bit of a tap. And he's off at Brundle and Nelson's. And Pointy 74 now goes into that 3rd place. G. O'Keefe is now looking for that 4th place away from Taff Ben. And Roy is not far behind anymore. But this man leads Welsh M Sport by 1.8 seconds right now as he goes on to lap number 3. There's Frankie Dibb. SR Racing currently in 7th. 9th is Jimbo Akimbo. Rick DJ 82 is currently in 10th with WRX STI rounding out the pack in 11th place. And look at Taff Ben and G. O'Keefe. They're having a good tussle right now. Pointy running a little bit wide through Palmer, and it's going to cost him a little bit of time. So we head into Agostini. To Hamilton and Oggies, and Taff Ben looking down the inside of Pointy for 74, and he's done that, but he's about to lose a position to G. O'Keefe. Very opportunistic move from G. O'Keefe there, making up 2 places in one go. Taff Ben, God, there's no worse a feeling than making up 1 place and then immediately losing it. But here comes Taff Ben, he's got the slipstream down to Brundle. And has he got the move done into Nelson? Yes, he has. A fantastic move from Taff Ben there, but he's run wide through Nelson. And G. O'Keefe will get that position back through the bomb hole, and there goes Roy G as well. Here comes Pointy. So Taff Ben now down to 6th place. Roy G. Currently 3. Oh my word, we have got rolling action. Weird happenings there, but Roy G. You, sir, have just earned yourself 500 commentary points for rolling the car live on the stream. Phenomenal effort there. Oh, and that's Taff Ben in the wall. As he heads into Montreal, SR Racing around the outside now. I mean, whoever's, to everyone watching, rate that roll out of 10. That was a fantastic bit of entertainment. Oh my word, and he's off again. Very wide through Palmer. This has been an incredible race around Snetterton here so far. We've had it all. We've had rolls, we've had taps, we've had spins. You can't get much better than that. And you've got a BMW leading. Through Williams goes the leader of Welsh M Sport here, and stuff still going on behind us. That's Taff Ben going A little shortcut. Almost through Oggies. As he now come down to Martin, to Brundle and Nelson. Big pace from Roy G through Brundle into Nelson. There's Welsh M Sport. Currently leading the race as he goes on to the penultimate lap. There's Pointy 74. Roy G currently still in 6th place with a penalty. There's Taff Ben, currently in 5th. G O'Keefe, currently 4th with a penalty. Pointy 74 rounding out that podium position. Manx with a penalty in 2nd. There is Welsh M Sport. WXSTI still at the back with Rick DJ82 in 10th. ESSA Racing in 9th with Jimbo Akimbo currently just ahead of him. ESSA having a good look at Jimbo. There's Frankie Dibb, that's Taff Ben up ahead on the grass as Roy G now reclaims 5th place. On track, that is. So we now go through Hamilton up towards Oggies. Taff Ben really wringing the neck of that McGann to the point he's using all the road and more. There's Jimbo Akimbo with ESSA Racing right behind him. Back up from there, Welsh M Sport still leads. Jez, if you could find out during the last lap what we're on at the moment. Have we moved from £510 at all? It'd be brilliant to end the stream to know how much is going towards getting the equipment stuff to help keep the teenagers entertained at that teenager cancer care ward. Have we got any proper battles going on? That's Frankie Dibb, there's Ricky DJ, ESSA Racing. Jimbo Akimbo is there in 7th place. I think maybe Welsh M Sport, I don't know, Dan Lewis can maybe say a few words at the end of the stream. It'd be nice to hear from him, especially if he wins this. He'll be absolutely delighted, I can bet. But Jimbo Kimbo does have his arms full of it with this BMW right behind him. Still £510 at the moment. So we now enter Hoggies with these two for the final time. And we have a change for the lead of the race. Manx has taken the lead at the moment on track, but he does have a penalty, which means M Sport, Welsh M Sport here, will not have to overtake him. He just have to stay within a certain proximity of him. It is definitely not bad, is it, Jez? I mean, they've reached their goal. It's a fantastic thing to reach, and they've actually gone beyond the goal as well. Through Murray's for the final time. Why? Thank you. And Manx will come home to win on track, but it will be Welsh M Sport who takes the win of this race and the championship tonight of this charity event. Manx will come home in 2nd. Pointy 74 will come home in 3rd. G O'Keefe will come home 5th in the end, with Roy G 4th. Taff Ben will come home in 6th. Jimbo Akimbo 7th. Frankie Dibb in 8th. ESSA Racing 9th. Here comes Rick DJ. They're in 10th. And here comes WXSTI. Come home in 11th place to round out the night. So Welsh M Sport will win tonight. 3 races he's won. Mank second, Pointy third, Roy G in 4th, G O'Keefe in 5th, Taff Ben is 6th, Jimbo Akimbo 7th, Frankie Dibb is 8th, SR Racing 9th, Rick DJ82 will take home the final point, and WXSCI just outside it. So, obviously there's your points as given as F1. Here's your highlights. Again, Welsh M Sport with the fastest lap of 153.9. There's your podium positions for that race. And finally, the final standings. Welsh M Sport will win this charity championship with 76 points, which would be brilliant for him. And to win the charity event set up for his nephews, he'll be ecstatic, I should imagine. Roy G will be in 2nd, Manx 3rd. Taff Ben will come home with 4th with 49 points. Jimbo Akimbo will be in 5th. Pointy 74 is in 6th. G O'Keefe will be in 7th with 32 points. Rick DJ 82 on 21. Frankie Dibb on 19. 3XSTI with 6. SR Racing on 3. JD Cox in 12th on 2. And Alpha Brook and Paintball unfortunately couldn't attend. But a message from Welsh M Sport, otherwise known as Dan Lewis. Just wanted me to say from him, massive thank you to everyone who's donated and raced tonight, and to everyone who's donated prior to this, and hopefully after this as well. Yeah, massive thank you from him. Massive thank you from everyone. I think it's brilliant. £510, the figure at the moment. If you do, please donate after this. I mean, it'd be brilliant. The more money they raise, the more they can support those teenagers, and the more they can give to them during their difficult times. And thank you to everyone watching the stream as well. You've been brilliant, chatting away through there. It's been interesting to see the questions and the conversations. Really, really good tonight. And finally, hopefully you're still watching Jordan. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I hope you enjoyed all the racing tonight. And yeah, from all of us, we hope this donation will help you and everyone around you where you are at the moment. We wish you the speediest recoveries and hope you get better as soon as possible. But from me and the boys here tonight, thank you for watching and thank you for donating and speaking of all your support for this cause. And have a good night.